Hey everybody, it's the Lit Optimist, and I'm talking about a really quick video talking about "Never Look Behind You" by Stephen King. Um, very much like the title was very much like the typical horror story that you'd hear. Like, oh, this is like a campfire story. Oh, what's this about? It's about this moneylender who's a jackass, because he's lending people money. People owe him like debts and shit because they borrow money from him. Just like, hee hee, I'm a fucking Weasley asshole. He's counting up his money and he feels something behind him. And he turns around and it's an older lady standing there rather, and she has a scar on her cheek. And he's just like, "Who are you?" And the old lady lifts his hand and he dies. We don't know how or why. She just lifts her hand. He dies. Two men find the body and they're like, "Oh my god!" And they're like, "I wonder who killed the moneylender." And there's like, "Oh, who gives a fuck?" And they just walk away, leave the body there. They report the crime. Probably, we don't know. But the narrator says the only reason that they lived is because they didn't look behind them. It's like, what the fuck? Like, this is a weak entry for Stephen King. Like, a really weak entry. You know what? I'm the lit pessimist with this one because it's just a whatever story. It's like, really, dude? Like, just he could have done so much better. I don't know what the fuck this even was. He got paid for this one page story of like nothing happened. Imagine sitting around a campfire with your friends. Hey, you got a scary story, Jimmy? Yeah, sure. There's this money lender, and excuse me, what's a money lender? It's a guy that gives you money, and oh, it sounds very crooked and corrupt. We're kids. Just get on with the story. Oh, anyway, he turns around. There's an old lady there, and she raises his hand. And he dies. Oh, and there's two guys that come up, and then the only reason they didn't die is because they didn't look behind them. It's not a fucking story. That's not a story, dude. You didn't try. I'm not gonna give you a pass on this one, Steve. I'm not. I hope you don't mind me calling you Steve, but I don't think he would give himself a pass on this one. To be fair, though, I think he'd look back at his old shit. Like a lot of the stories, apparently he doesn't even remember making. For one, time has passed, so he's like, "Oh, I wrote that." But there's like time where like Cujo, he doesn't remember making Cujo. Wanna know why? He was like on a fucking drug binge, like I think coke. Like, he was on cocaine. Like he was fucking coked out of his mind when he wrote that shit. And it's a damn good book. I'd rather be reviewing it right now than Never Look Behind You. But here we are. Never Look Behind You. What are your thoughts on Stephen King? Thanks once again for Natalie Titus for requesting the short story. And I guess that's it. Fuck this. Fuck this short story.